Hey everyone, welcome back to LabelGrid, where we break down the smartest strategies in music marketing and show you exactly how artists are building modern careers in real time. Now, here's the thing about Madison Beer. For years, the industry treated her like an internet celebrity trying to become a pop star. But in 2026, that narrative completely collapsed because Locket Deluxe didn't just perform well, it repositioned Madison Beer as a serious global pop force. And what makes this rollout fascinating is that it wasn't built on one viral moment, it was built on strategy. This was a calculated campaign combining long-term streaming momentum, cinematic branding, tour psychology, fandom culture, and perfectly timed releases. In this video, we're breaking down exactly how Madison Beer transformed Locket Deluxe into one of the smartest album campaigns of the year. We're talking about the North Star strategy behind Make You Mine, the genius timing of the deluxe release, the visual storytelling system, and how she scaled intimacy while moving into arenas. If you're an artist, manager, label executive, or just obsessed with how modern pop marketing works, this is one you need to study. Let's get into it. Madison Beer didn't rush the hit, and that changed everything. Madison Beer understood something most artists completely ignore. A hit single is not just a song, it's infrastructure, and Make You Mine became the foundation for the entire Locket era. Now here's why this matters. Most artists get one viral moment and immediately rush the album rollout because they're afraid the attention will disappear. Madison did the opposite. She slowed down. She allowed Make You Mine to breathe for over a year. And strategically, that's genius. Because instead of treating the song like a temporary trend, she treated it like a brand reset. The record established an entirely new sonic identity, dance pop mixed with dream pop, and darker R&B textures. Suddenly, the public wasn't seeing Madison as the influencer girl who sings. They were seeing her as a real pop artist with a defined aesthetic world. And every release after that reinforced that positioning. Yes, baby, bittersweet, each song expanded identity without breaking consistency. This is what we call momentum stacking. Every release adds weight to the next one until eventually the album announcement feels inevitable instead of risky. By the time Locket officially arrived, the audience already understood the sound, the visuals, and the emotional tone of the era. That's not luck, that's campaign architecture. Madison Beer weaponized tour hype before the tour even started. Madison Beer dropped her deluxe album 3 days before tour, and fans accidentally turned themselves into marketers. This was one of the smartest timing decisions in the entire rollout. Most deluxe albums arrive months after a tour starts. Labels usually use them to revive streams once momentum slows down. Madison flipped this strategy completely. She released Locket Deluxe just 72 hours before opening night in Krakow. Now think about the psychology behind that. Fans already had maximum anticipation for the tour, so when 4 brand new songs suddenly appeared, everyone rushed to learn the lyrics before the night one. Streaming became preparation. Fans weren't just casually listening anymore, they were studying the songs so they could experience the concert fully. That changes listener behavior dramatically. Streams repeat more often, engagement sparks harder, community discussion increases faster. And because thousands of fans were simultaneously obsessing over the same new tracks at the same moment, the internet started amplifying the rollout organically. This is what we called event synchronization. The release wasn't isolated from the live experience. It was connected directly to it. That's why the streaming numbers exploded almost instantly. The deluxe wasn't extra content, it was fuel for the tour machine. Madison Beer turned her relationship into a marketing engine. Madison Beer didn't just release visuals, she built an entire cinematic universe around Locket Deluxe. And this is where the strategy becomes much bigger than music. Because Madison understands something incredibly important about modern pop culture. Visuals create performance, songs trend, visual identities last. The entire Locket era was designed like a movie. Soft lighting, vintage textures, feminine dreamlike aesthetics, coquette-inspired fashion. Every single touchpoint reinforced the same emotional world. And then came the genius crossover move, Justin Herbert appearing in the Lover Girl video. Now this wasn't random celebrity placement, this was audience expansion. Sports media picked it up, entertainment outlets picked it up, fans' pages exploded. Suddenly the campaign wasn't only circulating inside pop culture anymore, it crossed into mainstream conversation. But here's why it worked so well. The relationship fit the aesthetic naturally. Nothing felt forced, and that's the key with celebrity integration. If audiences sense calculation without authenticity, it backfires instantly. But when it feels believable, it multiplies attention. And Madison combined that attention with visual consistency across everything: interviews, outfits, performances, social media, launch events. She wasn't promoting songs, she was selling a world people wanted to emotionally live inside. Madison Beer solved the biggest problem in pop music. Madison Beer scaled into arenas without losing intimacy, and that's one of the hardest transitions in music, because usually when artists grow bigger, the emotional connection gets weaker. The rooms get larger, the production gets heavier, the artist becomes less accessible. But Madison approached growth differently. Instead of creating distance, she doubled down on closeness. Behind-the-scenes rehearsal clips, personal fan interactions, casual Instagram updates, emotional storytelling. Even while moving into venues like the O2 and Madison Square Garden, she maintained the feeling that fans were still growing alongside her. That's scalable intimacy, and it's one of the strongest long-term strategies in entertainment right now. Because people don't stay loyal only because of songs. They stay loyal because of emotional identity. Fans feel like Madison's journey reflects their own growth. And when audiences emotionally identify with an artist, they don't just stream, they commit. That's how you sell arenas, that's how you sustain careers. So what can artists and labels learn from Locket Deluxe strategy? First, stop rushing the album. A hit single can build long-term infrastructure if you allow it to mature naturally. Second, synchronize releases with emotional moments. Madison connected the Deluxe directly to tour anticipation, which multiplied engagement instantly. Third, build visual systems, not random aesthetics. Consistency creates memorability. Fourth, intimacy scales better than perfection. Fans stay loyal when they feel emotionally included. And finally, modern pop stars are world builders. The music is only one layer of the experience. Madison Beer didn't just beat the internet celebrity narrative, she completely rewrote it. Locket Deluxe proved that with patience, visual storytelling, strategic timing, and emotional branding, an artist can transition from viral fame into real cultural longevity. And if you want more breakdowns like this, real artist strategies, real music marketing analysis, and the psychology behind modern fandom, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!